Adding widgets and using other people's code. In this section, we're going to talk about embedding social previews, buttons, and using social widgets, the licensing and rights about using other people's code, security concerns using iframes versus copying and pasting code snippets, and finally, a little bit about customization of the copy and pasted code. Social embedding. Until now, all of the code examples I have provided have worked both offline and online. By offline, I mean directly from your computer. Some code will not work in an offline fashion. So here I have the social code, or the social embed code, and here I have Facebook, and the like button is not displaying, and the share button is not displaying. Twitter does display the embedded tweet, and the email capture form does work. It's worth noting that this functionality is simply because the way the internet works and the way the security model works. So items are running from your local computer. So up here, if you'll see, it's a little hard to see, but it says file : / and that's something locally on your computer, and it doesn't have access to certain things on the internet. The only way to make that work is to upload your code to a server. So I've taken this code and I have uploaded it to my server. So here's the same exact code, and we'll go through what that HTML looks like. But I have a Facebook like and share button. Here I have just the share button. My tweet does still display. I have a share button here, and also the CSS will load correctly. So in here I'm getting the styling for the MailChimp inclusion. For uploading to the web server, I'm using a plugin called NPP-FTP. Which is a plugin for Notepad++, which allows you to have FTP functionality directly in. And what that does. So up here there is a plugins directory, and I'm just clicking to show it. And it shows my website. And if I click on a file and I right-click on the directory, the menu's not showing here, but I can click Upload Current File and it will upload it. There's lots of other FTP applications that are free, such as WinSCP or FileZilla for Mac, and you can use either of those software to upload your website, but I just used the NPP-FTP, and I have a link to it here. Now, all of this code is going to be generated by the social media site that you want, or the website that you want, and you're going to copy and paste it into your website. So up here, I have the like button. So if you go to developers.facebook.com/docs/plugins, you will get the list of all the different plugins you can search. So you have like button, you have a page plugin, a quote plugin, save, share. So all you need to do is click what you want. So here, in this case, like button. And you have a like button configurator, code example, settings, adjust language, etc. So if I click the like button configurator, so the URL that you want to like, this would be URL to your website. So let's say you have a blog and each post has its own URL. You might want to have the link go to your main website and not necessarily that blog post. So you can do that here. If you don't include it, it will include the current URL that's displaying. You can pick your width, your standard size. So let's just say 240 pixels. You can pick your layout. You can pick your action, like or recommend, and you can pick your button size, small or large, and it gives you this. So this is your preview, and then you click Get Code, and it gives you the code. This also gives you all the instructions. So step 1, your app is in development mode and not available publicly, public mode. If you have an app and you're doing app-specific items, that matters. Otherwise, it really doesn't. So step 2, include the JavaScript SDK on your page once. So if you're going to have, in Facebook's case, multiple like buttons, multiple share, etc., then you only need to include this once, and it says ideally right after the opening body tag. So you copy this, and then in your code, right after our body tags. So body, so I have my Facebook root, and then I've got that JavaScript, copy and pasted. So this is exactly what I got from there, and I just pasted it in as I saw it. So next, you place the code wherever you want the plugin to appear. So here is the like button plugin, and it gives you the code here. Now you can see the parameters that you entered before. So our data href is here, so you can change that as you want. Your width is here, your layout is here. So you can customize this directly in the HTML and not have to use the generator, but you can just copy and paste this, wherever you want your like button to show up. So here I have the Facebook like. Here I have my Facebook share. So I went through the same exact process with the Facebook like, with Facebook share, and I got that code. Now, once you've inserted the step 2 code for Facebook, you don't need to do it again. It's already there for you. And that is all you need to do for including anything of Facebook. And there's a lot of other information here. So there's some code examples if you want to do it yourself. There's a description of what each data element does and what you can set them as. So you can customize as you wish if you want to customize further, but you can just use the configurator and you've got posts and videos. So that's Facebook. So for Twitter, if you have a tweet here, what you can do is click the drop down and it's share via direct message, copy link to tweet, embed tweet, mute this conversation, etc. So embed tweet is what you're going to want here. And then when you do that, it's going to give you the code right here. It even highlights it all. So all you have to do is copy and paste that, and then you have it. So going back to our code, we have here our tweet, and I just pasted that code in there, and that gives you that tweet. Pretty much any social network you're working on, any sort of application you might be using that you want to embed, if you click on the embed instructions, it will pretty much be the same for all of these. Now, the last one I want to talk about is MailChimp. MailChimp is great for email capture and doing mailing lists. There's other services out there, and if you use those, chances are their instructions are pretty much the same. So in MailChimp, if you click on list, and it gives you your list, if you click this drop down and go to sign up forms, then you get the form builder, embedded forms, subscriber pop-ups, form integration. So you have all these things. So let's just go with an embedded form. And you get to pick what you want it to look like, all of your details, and then right here, it gives you the code to copy and paste. Now in this case, this is a little bit more complex than the one I went with. This one has validation included, but it gives you all of the code right here, and you just have to copy and paste it, and you can put it directly on your website. And the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to social sharing is generic sharing sites. So one of those that I have used many times before is Share This. And Share This allows you to have a single embed code that allows you to include a large number of social network sites. So in this case, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, email, generic share. All the instructions are here. There's a free version and a paid version.